Hello everyone! Today we're going to learn how to create a plant-based recipe book with Canva to inspire a vegan or vegetarian journey. So we're going to get started. We're going to go to the search bar and type in recipe book, and on the drop down we're going to select see all so that we could view more options to choose from. And here are the templates, so feel free to choose any template you'd like to use for your recipe book. And let's try to use this one, for example. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to click on Customize this template. So this is the editing page. This is where we're going to do all of the designing. And in case you'd like to change your template, you can always refer to the side panel over here and see some templates that you might like. And if you like, you can also use the search bar to look for something specific quickly. So perhaps I'm going to use this one. I think this template looks nice, but I think I'd like to go with something simple for today. So why don't we use this one? Okay, so we're going to start designing. First, I'm going to add two more pages by duplicating the page by clicking on this button, and I'm going to delete everything on page number 1 and page number 2 because page number 1 will serve as our cover page and page number 2 will serve as our table of contents page, and page number 3 and onwards will serve as our content page. So we're going to start. First, I'd like to start with our cover page, and maybe we could change the background color to something more green because we are creating a plant-based recipe book after all. Maybe we can change the shade of green over here. So yeah, just feel free to choose whatever color you'd like to use. Perhaps this is okay. Maybe turn it a bit lighter. Okay. And I'm going to copy the same color for page number 2. We're going to worry about page number 3 later on. So I'm just going to go back to the templates page and try to look for inspiration from these other templates here. So I'm going to type in recipe book or perhaps cookbook and see some templates, cover templates that we can take inspiration from. There aren't much actually, just a bunch of templates. So, oh yeah, what about this one? So I'm gonna add another page and I'm gonna click on this. I'm gonna move these out of the way and I'm gonna copy this. These text elements, I'm gonna select all of them and press Ctrl+C on my keyboard and Ctrl+V over here. And then I'm gonna change the design of these texts. So I'm gonna say plant-based, and I'm gonna change its color by clicking this button here. Something like that. And I'm gonna make sure that it's centered, and then I'm gonna work with the other elements over here. So we're gonna change this to recipe book and change its background color. So we're gonna go to effects and we're gonna click on background and change the color over here. Perhaps we could change it to something like this or something black. And then maybe we could change the text's color to white. And perhaps we could also adjust its spacing. But first, let's make sure that it's centered. And then adjust its spacing over here. We're going to make sure that it fits this. Okay, and I'm going to delete this text element. I think I like the font, but I think I might have to change the font for this text. So let's do that. Let's go to this font bar over here and choose whatever font we'd like to use. Okay, that should do it. And then we're gonna add some designs, or maybe pictures first. So we're gonna look for frames. Let's go to the Elements section and type in frames and click on See All to view more options. And from here, you can choose whatever frame you'd like to use. Perhaps this one would do. And then you're gonna have to put a picture here. So if you want to use your own photo, then go to the Upload section. And then if your images are not uploaded to Canva yet, then you're gonna have to upload them first. So click on Upload Files, and then select the files you want to upload to Canva from your computer and click on Open. Once you do that, your files will be uploaded to Canva. It will load up, but eventually it'll finish uploading. And once everything's done, you can just drag your picture to your frame. I don't have any photos, so I'm just gonna go to the Elements section and type in, say for example, vegetarian food, and go to Photos. But as you can see, most of their photo elements here are pro elements, which means they're not for free. So the best alternative we can do is to go to the Apps button right here on the sidebar, and then scroll down and find Pexels or Pixabay. So once you click on either one of them, you'll be routed to this page. And once you use Pexels or Pixabay, these tools will be added to your side panel, which is what you can see over here. But that's because I've used them before. That's why they're already there. And now to give you an example on how to place your image to this frame, just like what we did earlier. I'm gonna search vegan food, and I'm going to drag this picture over here, and there it is. And if you want to adjust your image, just double click on it and drag it into place. Once you're happy with its position, then go and click on Done. And there you have it. If you'd like to add more decorations to your cover page, then go to the Elements section again, click on Graphics, and look for whatever graphic elements you'd like to use for your design. Let's try to type in design. Maybe click on this one. And I'd like to change its color. Perhaps blue is nice. I like this blue. And I'm going to duplicate it and paste them wherever I'd like to paste them. And I'm going to position them backwards. So position and backward. I also want to flip it, so I'm going to flip it horizontally. And there it is. You can keep on adding elements as much as you want. Okay, I think I'm quite happy with our cover page. Now let's work on our table of contents page. So I'm gonna delete everything, or yeah, maybe we can delete this. This is the template that we took inspiration from earlier. So I'm going to just use a white page for this. And I'm going to copy these elements, Control+C and Control+V, and adjust their transparency to about 50. I'm gonna do the same thing for these elements over here, Control+C and Control+V, and then just set the transparency to about 50 and move it over here. Something to somewhere they won't be blocking our texts. And now I am going to copy perhaps this element. I'm going to Control+C it and Control+V it over here and type in table of contents. And I'm gonna resize it so that it just fits in one line. And just like that. Okay, now it's time for us to add the content, of course. So I'm gonna press T on my keyboard to add a text box automatically. And I'm gonna type in here whatever my first recipe would be. So what I have here is vegan lentil soup. I'm gonna copy that over here, vegan lentil soup. And I'd like to, I don't want all of it to be capital, so I'm just gonna type it manually, vegan lentil soup. And I'm gonna align it to the left. And I'm gonna make sure that it's aligned over here. And then I'm gonna copy this one again, put the other one here and align it to the right and put the page number here. So that's 1. Then we're gonna add a line. So press L on your keyboard to automatically add a line. And then adjust your line and click on this if you want to change your line's color. Click on this if you want to change your line's style and weight. So for me, I'm gonna go with perhaps 3. And I'm gonna choose this broken line over here. Or maybe 2. Or 1. Yeah, I think that's enough. I'm gonna zoom in to be able to properly position my line. And I think it's not a straight line, so let's fix that. Is it a straight line? It's not a straight line still. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna zoom in to have better control. Okay, now I think it's a straight line. Yes, it is. We're gonna zoom out again. And yeah, there we go. And then we're just gonna keep on doing the same thing over and over again. I'm just gonna highlight everything and duplicate it, position it properly, and type in recipe number 2 over here. Just an example. So this is recipe number 2. And this should be page number 2. I'm just gonna make sure that it's aligned. Okay. And so on and so forth. So just basically keep on duplicating and changing the name and the page. So we're done with the table of contents. Now let's go to the content page itself. All right, for the content page, I think I'd like to change the background color to just plain white. Or maybe we could do plain white over here and green over here, similar to the color of our page. So we're gonna click on this color button, and then choose the same color as the color of our cover page. But you can freely choose whatever color you'd like to use. And this is where we're gonna be placing our image. you know me, I'd like to use a circle frame. So I'm going to go to the element section once again and type in frame and click on this circle frame over here so that we could put it right here. I'd like to make it bigger too, so there. And I'd like to delete these elements that I'm not going to need and place our title over here. So the first recipe that we're going to make is vegan lentil soup. I'm going to change it to, let's see what. Perhaps I'd like to copy this text style. So copy style, paste style. And then I'm also going to resize it, align it to the left or to the right perhaps, yes. Adjust its line spacing because I think the space between the lines is too far apart. All right, so we're gonna look for photos of our vegan lentil soup. Of course, you're gonna have to have your own photo for that. So you're gonna have to go to the upload section for that. But as for me, I don't have any photos, so I'm just gonna use some examples to show you from Pexels or Pixabay. So I'm gonna type in here, vegan lentil soup. And just choose a photo here that I could use. So this one, for example, put that there. And yeah, that's it. Now we're going to start editing the directions as well as the ingredients. I think it would be better if we switch them. So these are going to be the ingredients over here. Going to align it to the left. And then these should be the directions over here. Align it to the left as well. Okay, I'm going to zoom in. Now I'm going to go back to my recipe over here. This is just a very basic recipe that I had an AI create for me because I'm not really good at coming up with ingredients and recipes. So yeah, it's just here to have something to work with and to have something to show you as an example. So I'm going to copy these. But it's also best for you to prepare a document or a notepad where you have all of your ingredients so that all that there's left for you to do is to focus on designing and that just copy your content from your notepad or document to Canva. So there it is. Those are my ingredients. And now let's do directions. I'm going to delete this and put this one over here. I'm also going to make sure that its bullet setting is turned off. So that's, yeah, important to do. I'm going to copy the instruction over here and paste it over here. I'm also going to adjust the line spacing. Oh, okay. And I'm going to turn them into a numbered list. Okay. I'm going to adjust their weight. Their width. And some of them are unfortunately not in order, so I guess I'm going to have to manually tweak this out. And we have a lot of space actually. Perhaps I could adjust their size so that we won't be wasting any space. So this is 8. We're going to turn this to 8 as well. And move the directions over here. I think it doesn't really fit. Perhaps we're going to move this up and move this over here. But feel free to lay everything out the way you want to. This is just something that I did too quickly, so it's not really perfect. And I am going to add a page number now, so I'm gonna duplicate this element, put this here, align it to the middle, and change it to page number 1. Perhaps we could adjust its size to about maybe 12. And then put it in the middle. There. And that's it. So in order for you to add another page, just duplicate this one so that you don't have to go through all of those designing again. So just duplicate it by clicking on this button and your page will be duplicated. Change this to number 2 and then edit the content. You could turn this into a different recipe again. So say for example, sweet potato curry. Just gonna resize that so that it could fit. And then I'm gonna choose a picture from here. Just a random picture would do. And yeah, basically just input information. You can also choose to have different themes for different pages, or you can rearrange elements if you want to. And yeah, basically just keep on repeating the same process over and over again. And that's it. Once you're done with your design, go to the share button above, click on download, select your preferred file type, and make sure to tweak and check other settings according to your preferences, and then click on download. And that's it. We hope you found today's video of help. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.